Manipulation in relationships is rarely loud. It is quiet, emotional, and confusing. Most people do not realize they are being manipulated because it does not feel like control. It feels like love, concern, logic, or misunderstanding. Welcome to Master Mindology, where we explain relationship dynamics using psychology, not blame. Today we will understand how manipulation works in relationships, the psychological signs behind it, and how it affects the human mind emotionally and neurologically. This content is for awareness, not accusation. Subscribe to Master Mindology for psychology-based relationship clarity and emotional strength. What manipulation really is in relationships. Psychologically, manipulation is a pattern of emotional influence where one partner uses hidden tactics to control the other partner's feelings, decisions, or behavior for personal benefit. The key element is lack of transparency. Healthy influence respects choice. Manipulation removes choice through emotional pressure. Sign 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting occurs when one partner makes the other doubt their own memory, perception, or emotions. Psychological mechanism. Gaslighting destabilizes reality perception. When a person doubts their own mind, they become dependent on the manipulator for truth. Example. You express hurt about something they said. They respond by saying it never happened, you misunderstood, or you are too sensitive. Over time, you stop trusting your own feelings. Research reference. American Psychological Association describes gaslighting as a form of emotional abuse that causes self-doubt and confusion. Sign 2. Guilt tripping. Guilt tripping uses emotional obligation to control behavior. Psychological mechanism. The brain is wired to avoid guilt. Manipulators use this to override boundaries. Example. If you loved me, you would do this. After everything I did for you, this is how you act. You comply not because you agree, but to escape guilt. Research reference. Baumeister et al. Explain guilt as a powerful motivator that can be exploited for social control. Sign 3. Silent treatment. Silence is used as punishment rather than space. Psychological mechanism. The brain experiences emotional withdrawal as threat. This triggers anxiety and compliance. Example. After disagreement, your partner stops talking for days. You apologize even when you are not wrong just to restore peace. Research reference. Williams, 2007, links ostracism and silent treatment to psychological pain similar to physical pain. Sign 4. Blame shifting. Responsibility is redirected away from the manipulator. Psychological mechanism. Blame shifting protects ego and avoids accountability while transferring emotional burden. Example. They hurt you, but the conversation ends with you apologizing for reacting instead of them apologizing for causing harm. Research reference. Studies on defensive attribution show how people shift blame to protect self-image. Sign 5. Conditional affection. Love and attention are given only when expectations are met. Psychological mechanism. This uses reward and punishment conditioning, similar to behavioral reinforcement. Example. They are loving when you agree with them and distant when you assert boundaries. Research reference. Skinner's operant conditioning explains how behavior is shaped through rewards and withdrawal. Sign 6. Playing the victim. The manipulator presents themselves as helpless or always hurt. Psychological mechanism. This activates empathy and responsibility in the partner, reducing confrontation. Example. Whenever you raise an issue, they talk about how stressed, broken, or misunderstood they are, shifting focus away from the issue. Research reference. Karpman drama triangle explains victim roles in dysfunctional relationships. Sign 7. Isolation from others. The manipulator discourages outside support. Psychological mechanism. Isolation limits external feedback and increases dependence. Example. They subtly criticize your friends or family until you stop sharing things with others. Research reference. Attachment and control studies show isolation increases emotional dependency. Sign 8. Fear-based control. Fear is used to influence decisions. Psychological mechanism. Fear shuts down rational thinking and activates survival responses. Example. If you leave, you will regret it. No one will love you like I do. Research reference. Ledoux's work on fear processing shows fear bypasses logical reasoning. Sign 9. Invalidation of emotions. Your feelings are dismissed or minimized. Psychological mechanism. Emotional invalidation teaches the brain that expression is unsafe. Example. You are told you are overreacting or dramatic whenever you express hurt. Research reference. Linehan's work on emotional invalidation links it to long-term emotional dysregulation. Sign 10. Intermittent reinforcement. Kindness and cruelty alternate unpredictably. Psychological mechanism. Unpredictable reward strengthens emotional attachment, similar to addiction. Example. After emotional coldness, they suddenly become loving, making you hope things will change. Research reference. Research on intermittent reinforcement shows it creates strong psychological bonds. Why manipulation is hard to leave. Manipulation works slowly. The brain adapts to emotional instability. Hope, fear, attachment, and confusion keep the cycle alive. This is not weakness. It is psychology. Psychological effects of manipulation. Long-term manipulation leads to anxiety, self-doubt, emotional exhaustion, loss of identity, and reduced self-trust. Many people feel tired, confused, and emotionally disconnected. How awareness breaks manipulation. Awareness reconnects logic with emotion. Once patterns are recognized, emotional control weakens. Manipulation survives in confusion. Final psychological truth. Manipulation in relationships is not about love. It is about control through emotion. Healthy love does not require fear, guilt, or self-doubt. Final message. Understanding manipulation is not about blaming others. It is about protecting your emotional health and mental clarity. Awareness is the first step toward freedom. Psychology references. American Psychological Association. Gaslighting and Emotional Abuse. Baumeister, R.F., Stilwell, A.M., and Heatherton, T.F., Guilt and Interpersonal Behavior. Williams, K.E.D. Ostracism Annual Review of Psychology. Skinner, B.F. Science and Human Behavior. Karpman, S. Drama Triangle Theory. Ledoux, J. The Emotional Brain. Linehan, M. Cognitive Behavioral Treatment of Borderline Personality Disorder.